Hello and welcome to Baseplate Reviews. A bit of a different one today because this is the first ever Dreamzzz set that I've bought, and this is set number 71477, the Sandman's Tower, 723 pieces. This was out during the whole of 2024 but just the single year, and it was part of the Season 2 Night of the Nether Witch season for Dreamzzz. So 723 pieces. This went for $90 US, 90 euros, 80 British pounds and 120 Canadian dollars. So you may have seen this one's been on pretty deep discount fairly regularly, and I can understand why. 723 pieces, $90 US is not great, but I picked it up because I actually got it for a really good discount, which we should see on the back here. So originally it had gone down to 72 Canadian dollars from 120, and then dropped even further to just below 54 Canadian dollars. That's about 37 US dollars for over 700 pieces. Now what's interesting with this one is you can actually do two different builds. As you can see there, it says which one will you build, and we've got the tower which is on the front, or we've got this kind of lair, I suppose is what I'm going to call it, base, something like that, just there. You can't build both at the same time, so I think that what I'll do is I will build the main build, but you know, pretty good that you can build two different versions, a bit like the Zelda set that came out last year, the Deku Tree. We have what Brickset says are 6 minifigs, but pretty clearly this is just the 5 minifigures. Then we also get the kind of creature there. They're all named ones, and the Sandman one is actually pretty interesting because although it doesn't show it there, you should see on the front of the box, if we can clean this up, just there, he's got those kind of moulded kind of smoke legs piece. So just from a minifigure point of view, you know, for 54 Canadian, I think this might actually end up being value. I'm going to build it, enjoy the build, and then probably most likely break it out into parts and see what we do with it. But let's get to opening it and see what we're working with. Now I don't know how popular Dreamzzz is as a theme, how successful it is for LEGO, but they're certainly persevering with it, unlike say Hidden Side, which just has some similarities to that we had out a few years ago and was an awesome theme in my opinion. But I think we can tell it's not doing incredibly well because we do see sets like this which have technically retired but have stayed on shelves past their retirement time. So I don't think I would ever have picked this up if it was at its regular price, and I didn't even want to pick it up when it was kind of $80. But at this kind of price, $54 versus 120, it became a bit of a no-brainer just from a parts perspective. Trying to check how many bags we've got here. Looks like we've got 6 bags. The instructions are kept nice and safe in the sleeve there. So let's get them open and see whether we've got loads of stickers. Well, it's a nice thick instruction booklet. Very stylised in terms of the instructions there. I suppose the reason it's so thick is because we've got the build being done twice over. In terms of stickers, we actually don't have too many at all. Nice little sticker sheet here. These are 2 huge stickers, so they're clearly for some kind of wall elements. But yeah, let's get to building this and see what we end up with. I've actually stopped partway through building, so I've done 4 of the 7 bags. And I'm at this stage, and this is actually where the instruction booklet gets just like the Deku Tree, the Zelda set, because you either go to page 84 and carry on to build the tower, or skip ahead to 146 and that gives you the instructions to build whatever this is. That's not what we're going to build. We are going to go for the more standard tower, but actually basically all of the minifigs and the creatures have all already been built, so we're just moving on. The last 3 bags, I presume I'm going to use pretty much all the pieces, but we're going to go on to create the tower. Yeah, interesting in terms of the build technique. Okay, initial thoughts then on the LEGO Dreamzzz Sandman's tower. Well, I knew that the minifigs would be good. I had the Night Witch picked out as one of the best minifigs of 2024. This unfortunately isn't the version that has those kind of smoke legs like the Sandman just there. But overall, pretty much all of these are really good. I will go into detail with each of the minifigs, but to start with, they're definitely good. They live up to expectations. But actually, overall, this set is far better than I anticipated. I don't think the box does a good job of explaining just how big this is. So this is about 18.5 inches tall, so 1.5 foot. And it's pretty good on the detailing. We've got these bits at the side, just at the bottom left and further up on the right, which I think are suggestive of cogs, so kind of clockwork stuff. Got clocks on the exterior there, got various sand timers throughout, and even up in the top bit of the tower we should be able to see the sand timer just there. Also, what we've got is this excellent kind of clockwork function that doesn't just move the tower at the top, but also the actual clock face. We can see it's exposing that sand timer just there, the hourglass, and all the way to the top being spun around. So again, nice play feature that I don't think was really well explained from the box. I wouldn't have known it did that. So yeah, this is far better than I expected. Obviously we know this has been on deep discount. It's been available for far below its retail price. And I think understandably so. I'd balk at paying 120 Canadian for this. But it's far closer to that price in terms of value, I think, than maybe I've given it credit for. What I'll do is I will look at the minifigs. I'll also show you the interiors. Obviously this is an open-backed kind of set. It's a play set. So not fully enclosed, so not perfect in that regard. But still not bad. We've got a really nice set of minifigures to go through here, and we'll start off with the protagonist, so Izzy, and she's got some great accessories. Obviously an oversized sword that you see straight away, but also the pearlescent hair and shoulder pads. She's also got printing all over the body and the legs, and we've even got the alternate face print as well. Nothing special there, but overall a really good minifigure. On top of that, she's also got her dream creature here, so some type of bird that she can fly on, and this was a nice little build. I think it's a decent extra to get with it. After Izzy, we've got her older brother Matteo, and he's got loads of accessories too. So obviously the cape, he's also got his pencil spear and also some kind of utility belt as well. Printing again all over the body and the legs, and we get the alternate face. This is probably the one that I like least out of all of the minifigs, but you can't say it's bad at all. After that, we've got Logan in what I believe is his dream form. That's why he's blue. And this is a nice one. He's got a very angry face for his primary face. Got the hockey stick for the accessory. And I actually really like his back printing. I like that monster a bit that's on there. Yeah, this is a good one. It's a pity his hair is actually exactly the same piece as the Sandman's hair, just in black here. Seeing as we've just mentioned him, let's move on to the Sandman then. And of course, the first thing that stands out is that piece that you can stand him on, which kind of suggests that he's apparating into existence. But separate to that, really good printing on the torso, matches up really well with the legs. And we again get a good alternate face print. This is a really nice minifigure. Finally, we'll move on to our antagonist, and that's the Nether Witch, and this is one of my favourite minifigures. Great printing all over the legs and body, really detailed, but the standout elements here are the face prints. Both face and back are just excellent, and that hairpiece is top tier. I've got her sat along with Sneak here, the creature, but apparently he's on the good guy's side, but she does have her own creatures, so nightmare creatures. So this is the spiders, and we've got that big spider that has a lot of posability as well. So overall, a great minifigure and a great side build with that spider as well. This is a set, like most LEGO sets, that looks better from a certain angle. And starting at the top, you're fine when you move round to the back. And also, even when we get to here, because it basically shows the clockwork working, and I think that's actually pretty nice. But as we move further down, we can see, you know, the rear of it does look a little rough in terms of those cogs. We can see in here we've got kind of book showing with a sand timer and various other bits, but as we move further down it just gets barer and barer, so really not a lot going on down at this second from bottom section. And on the bottom section we've got some kind of potions being made or something like that, but really not too much happening. It does leave plenty of space for posing minifigs though, so you can't criticise it completely. It's just that, you know, exterior wise it definitely looks better from the front, but I don't think that's too much of a problem. One of the things that I really do like is this clock face. So at the top just here, that is really nice. Obviously the functionality is great with the time turning. We can have time going backwards. These are Dreamzzz after all. But actually this is a very similar piece to a piece that I've got in the rear just here with the Sanctum Sanctorum. That one's coming out the other way, whereas this is a concave piece, but it could easily be spun around the other way. Actually, I'm likely not to keep this set built in its current form, but I actually think that this could make a really good basis for a clock face for maybe a church or something like that, a church tower. So actually I'm really pleased with the price, with the unique elements that we're getting in lots of pretty cool colours, lots of gold pieces. I like flame yellowish orange. It is pretty bright on this, but yeah, not bad at all. Overall thoughts on my first Dreamzzz set then, the Sandman's Tower. Well, I'm definitely very pleased with the price that I paid for it. I would say I've always liked the minifigs that have been with the Dreamzzz theme, but haven't really thought that any of the sets were ones that I wanted to pay full price for, but definitely with this well below even half price, you know, so over 50% off. You know, it's been a good one for me, and I haven't even got the full value out of it because I didn't do the alternate build. These are the parts that I was left over with by just doing the tower rather than the alternate build, so quite a few there, but not too many. It does use most of the pieces for this build. I wonder if there'd have been more left over if I'd done the other build. But yeah, overall, like I say, with the price that I paid, I'd definitely go for it. This is a set that is technically off the shelves, but in reality is definitely available in a lot of places and with a decent discount. I'd suggest that just from a parts perspective, it's definitely very good, but actually in and of itself, it's a really nice set, and I'd maybe be interested in looking at other Dreamzzz sets. Hopefully you've enjoyed this review. If you have, then please do leave a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already. But with that, I'll leave you and say as ever, be good.